Hello everyone, welcome to Gamer Chatter. Today we are going to play Escape the Fast Food Burger Obby or something like that, or the Fast Food Obby or something like that. And we are going to be talking about something that I've seen in a lot of YouTube videos. Like a lot of, especially men, have made videos about like how a lot of young men feel very lonely lately, and I was like, okay, I wanna fucking talk about this because I feel like no girls have talked about it. Maybe like one or two girls on social media. I'm not sure, but anyway, so. Let's go. I think we're in an era where I think a lot of people feel lonely and wait, what the fuck? Let's get out of here before it gets us to, well, whatever the fuck. I've said this many times on my podcast and I feel like not necessarily related to loneliness, but I just think that a lot of people, if they feel lonely, it's because they don't, okay, so it was this and then now the middle one. I think it's probably gonna be this one. No, she fell. So it's either this one or this one. It's probably going to be this one. I don't know. Or the other one if they troll me. Yep, it was the other one. Now let's start over. I think that humans have started sucking more at like human interactions since like social media. You know what I mean? And I feel like this is why maybe not necessarily, I think it's separate from feeling lonely, but I just think like less people get in relationships and stuff because we are on social media so much. I think we've kind of like forgotten like people are in general are like less confident to go up to people and talk to them and stuff. I had a Texas teacher who told us like, okay, maybe instead of like being on your phones, guys, so much, like maybe you should try to like interact with people. Like he would see a lot of people like sitting probably like near each other in class, but like not talking to each other. And I was like, yeah, well, that is true. I mean, we prefer to be in, let's say, our comfort zone, in our phones and not, you know, talking to other people and stuff like that because it's just much easier. Like you just go on social media or whatever you go on and you just don't have to talk to the person right next to you and stuff because what are they gonna say? Oh my god, there's a psychopath that's approaching me and talking to me. Like, what are they doing? That fuck. I just wanted to get closer. Anyway, for instance, I'm someone that is shy in real life but not really on social media, and I feel like a big reason for that is because it's just really easy to go up to someone and talk to them in on social media. Like I remember like back when I was growing up, I had a blog and I had this really like cute community of bloggers and stuff, and like it would be really easy for me to go up to them and talk to them like through like DMs. Like we would follow each other on social media and we would just have a conversation and stuff like, hey, what's up, like, and we would just get to know each other. Like it's really easy to ask someone online like, okay, what are your hobbies, what do you like, are you in school right now and stuff like that. But like I don't think I've ever had those types of conversations with anyone in real life. I don't think I've ever gone up to somebody and like started, let's say, a conversation, kind of like get to know each other vibe. Like, okay, what are your hobbies? What are you studying? Well, maybe yes, like what are you studying? Definitely. But oh my fucking god, this level is gonna be so hard to beat. Like, how the fuck are other people doing it? Okay, let's see how this other girl is doing it. Fuck. Anyway, and it's just, you know what I mean? Like, it's really easy to have those conversations with somebody, like, not in real life. I feel like in real life it's kind of more like awkward and stuff like that. The reality is maybe at the end of the day, like going up to somebody and talking to them is not that like weird, you know? But okay, so the trick is to press W and then jump. Oh my freaking god, I'm such a genius. I just think it's oh fuck, no, I had it. Oh my fucking god, I had it. Okay, so this is gonna get real. I don't know if this is like normal in today's like generation, but like I've always had friends who didn't really like clubbing much. Like, I don't know, I've always had friends who like prefer to stay home or whatever, like either, I don't know, like play video games or watch TV shows or whatever the fuck it is. But like I've never had a group of friends that are like, oh my god, yes, let's go fucking clubbing. Like either because they have prejudices against like clubbing and stuff like that, stuff related to it, like maybe drugs and sex and alcohol. But it's not that like people are gonna just go up to you and tell you like, okay, you want free sex, like when you go to the club or anything. No, fuck, dude, this level's gonna be so hard to beat, and I don't want to be like here all fucking episode long, you know? And I don't have any Robux to pay for this shit, so if I go like really far and I can't skip the stage, I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna fucking leave. Like, I've done harder shit than this. Like, it's unbelievable. Also, like, I feel like a lot of people, like, talk about, like, oh my god, the fact that so many men, or people in general, but especially they talk about men, I don't know why. So many men, like, feel lonely these days and stuff like that, and I feel like that is, like, the decline of our society. Shit. Why did I jump? And the decline of our society, and it's just, like, fucking terrible and stuff like that. I think we should all stop, like, victimizing. Not men, but like just ourselves and everybody. Like I feel like if there's something wrong in your life and everything, like stop victimizing yourself. You know what I mean? It's not doing any good to you or to anybody. Like, oh, it's society's fault that I feel lonely. Maybe it is society's fault. Maybe we live in an era where like a lot more people are feeling lonely. But honestly, victimizing yourself is not doing it for you. It's not doing it for you. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna give up. So what I was saying is, if you start victimizing yourself and you start blaming it on other people, even if it's not exactly your fault, it's not gonna do any good to you, you know? Okay, so we should, what is this? I don't know. It's like a checkpoint. So I think I should like go with these. I feel like these are easier. No. Okay, let's do this. If I'm not talking a lot whilst playing this game, it's probably because it's a bit hard. Okay, there we fucking go. Now we just have to like not step on these chips. Oh, you crazy. Like this one was the easiest step, like by far. So yeah, maybe it's like society's fault and stuff like that, but just because it's society's fault, it doesn't mean you should just sit there and do nothing about it. You know what I mean? If you feel lonely, maybe it's society's fault. Yeah, maybe. But oh fuck. Yeah, maybe it is society's fault. Maybe we're in an era where like social media is like controlling our lives, and now with AI and everything, like we're gonna feel even lonelier, and with the metaverse and everything, like we're just gonna be at home and stuff like that. It's gonna be even harder to interact with other human beings. Yeah, definitely. But it doesn't mean we should victimize ourselves. Like I used to victimize myself a lot when I was starting college, because I didn't have a life and I couldn't hang out with my friends. I couldn't even have hobbies or anything. Like, oh my shit. Okay. Oh my shit. Okay, I think I got the hang of it. You have to like press W for like half a second and then press jump. So like I said, I used to like victimize myself a lot and think like, okay, it's like the system's fault because I feel so like depressed and everything, and I don't even have hobbies or anything, and I hate the system and everything. Yeah, but there's nothing you can do about it. And am I gonna quit college? Am I gonna drop out or whatever because I'm so mad at the system? No, I wasn't gonna do that. So, like, stop victimizing yourself and either accept a reality that you don't like and just be patient a little bit about, like, things, and just, like, okay, wait for this moment to end. Let's say if you're in college and you're having a hard time, or if you're feeling lonely, it's like, okay, either try to, like, fight against it and, like, I don't know, either try to find someone, like actively trying to find someone, or try to work on your loneliness. Like, okay, what is making me feel lonely? Like, what is it that's making me feel so much like shit? Like, why do I not like feeling lonely? Like, maybe I'm alone, but I don't necessarily have to feel lonely, you know what I mean? Like, okay, maybe I don't have a girlfriend, whatever, but like, do I feel lonely because of that? Or do I feel lonely because maybe my parents don't love me, or maybe my parents don't pay a lot of attention to me, and I want to get that attention from somebody else, and maybe a romantic partner or something like that, you know what I mean? Or do you just want to have a girlfriend because all of your friends have a girlfriend? I don't know. Or maybe all of your, I don't know, all your siblings or all of your cousins, whatever, they have somebody and you don't. So maybe you feel like you should have somebody or whatever. Or maybe, I mean, there are families like still like today that like value that type of companionship or company or whatever a lot. And so, I mean, that's not good either. Oh, so you really have to jump towards that? Okay. So, oh my god, my hands are sweating. Like, it's fucking insane. Oh my god, this is all yellow. I'm gonna fall because I'm not gonna see shit. What the heck? There's a lot of reasons why you might feel lonely. And honestly, I don't really have a lot of experience with like a feeling of loneliness because I haven't really felt like that. But there are times where I'm like, okay, I would like to have a boyfriend, but then it's like, okay, why do I want to have a boyfriend? Because everybody's had it or whatever. I think the primary reason why I want to have a boyfriend, like whenever I'm feeling like, oh my god, I want a boyfriend, is because I either have a crush on someone and they don't have a crush back on me, and I'm like, dude, I would like to get this feeling reciprocated for once in my life, because I've never had a boyfriend and I admit it. Or maybe I'm just like curious about like, you know, what it would be like to have a boyfriend, to hang out with somebody, to, like I said, having maybe my feelings reciprocated and stuff like that. But not necessarily because I feel lonely. And I think like a lot of people, and I've said this so many times on my podcast, like a lot of people like want to stick to relationships or want to get in relationships and stuff like that because they don't know how to be alone, like by themselves. Is the game over? Where the fuck am I? So I think a lot of people don't know how to be alone. You know what I mean? I think, and I've made episodes about this, but I'm just gonna make it short for you. If you feel like being alone is so terrible or so whatever, maybe try to do more activities and spend more time alone. You know what I mean? Like whatever you're scared of, try to do more of that so you become less scared of it. It's kind of like when you're gonna do an exam and you're like, okay, I don't wanna, what is this? Oh, you have to step on the bones only? Then what is that shit for? Oh my god, I hit the mic, I'm sorry. Listen, I'm somebody who barely gets out of their comfort zone in the sense of like, okay, like if something scares me, I'm just not even gonna get in there. Like if I'm scared of snakes, I'm never getting close to a snake. But you know what I mean? It's because I don't need to. But I think like people need to, everybody needs to be okay on their own in order to be okay with somebody else. Because if you're someone that values like company so much, like you're gonna be okay with being with shitty company or in a shitty relationship as long as you're not alone. Like you're gonna find that more comforting or just like better in general than being by yourself, which is like honestly such a toxic mentality. Okay, I don't know what I have to do here. And what do I do? I think I have to go like on the other doors, let's say. Okay. Or do I have to jump? No, I think I have to go like the other way. Okay. Now let's go to this one. Nope, I died. So it's right and then not the center. So I think it's right and right? No. So I guess it's right and left. Okay. Try to do more activities alone. It's gonna make you get used to being alone. Like, being alone is not even that bad. Especially if you're in a toxic relationship. Like, the moment you get out of it and you're alone, it feels so fucking good. Like, I remember... I've never really had an experience with this. But, like, I've had, like, toxic friendships and stuff. And once you get out of that, even if you don't have that many friends anymore or whatever, it just, like, feels... You feel this sort of, like, relief. And you also feel this... like huge euphoria with yourself in the sense that like, oh my god, I could do this. Like I got out of this toxic relationship, you know? Like I'm able to do that. What the fuck? Like I was able to like face my fears and face this feeling of, oh my god, I'm so scared. Like what is this person gonna think of me? Whatever. Oh no, so maybe I just have to, maybe I don't have to step on this, but I can step on that. Oh my god, it goes really fast. Fuck. What I was saying is, it feels so good at the end of the day. Like, fuck's sake. Well, it forgave me. It forgave me. It took it into consideration. Well, it didn't take it into consideration. Anyway, I have to go to the checkpoint. And then, okay, I've done this before. So there's one fry. There's only one fry that you can walk over. Okay. It was this fry in this case. Fuck. No. No. I'm stuck here. Fuck my life. Well, I'm gonna end up dying, hopefully. And then I'm gonna start over. Dude, it looks like I'm not even gonna say it. I don't wanna skip the stage. I just wanna die. Yes, I fucking did it. Okay, I fucking did it. Now let's go to this potato chip. Oh, fuck. Well, anyway, at least we got out of that, right? So honestly, once you get out of a toxic relationship, friendship, whatever it is, like it feels really good afterwards. Even if you don't have, let's say, really good friends afterwards, maybe if you feel a little bit like hurt from the relationship, if that makes sense. But I was stepping on here and I did it. Or was it the middle one? Dude, I keep fucking forgetting. I'm just like, am I not like invested in this game enough? I don't know. Oh, it was this. Oh my god, I completely forgot. Okay, so it was this one. So it's the middle one, the right one, and then I'm doing the same fucking thing. I'm doing the same fucking thing. Wait, hold on. If I just get in there, yeah, okay, and I died. Okay, I'm so fucking clumsy, like I don't even know. And I'm just gonna go here, instead of like pressing the buttons and stuff like that, I'm just gonna, okay. And let's go to this one. I feel like this one's gonna be the one. Yep, it was the one. And that's fucking it. It's just some burgers and stuff. Okay. Okay, they are kind of like near each other. Also, like I said before, it's just better to be alone than with shitty company. And I think you understand that after, like, I mean, it's easier said than done. And I don't know, I've said this, I think, on other podcast episodes, like, some relationships can be toxic and stuff like that, but, like, the thing about them is that because, like, there's very few times where you feel good, let's say in the relationship, and you get so much like adrenaline or dopamine or whatever from the relationship, you may want to have like this a dose of dopamine every once in a while. And then there are times where you're just feeling like shit, and then you miss like the good times and stuff like that because you get like less good times. How the fuck am I gonna do this? You know what? I'm just gonna walk like really like slowly. Otherwise, I'm gonna. What the fuck? What? It's on stage 8. Dude, I'm such a pro. If I click this, can I skip the stage? I don't want to skip the stage. Oh, you can't step like in the middle of 2 sausages, let's say. Oh shit. Well, you should have told me earlier. I've gone this far. Please don't make it hard for me. Please be nice to me. Okay, perfect. Speaking of society and everything, I think a lot less people are in a relationship than they used to be. You know, I think they did I saw somewhere that like 40-something% of women in the United States by 2030 or something are going to be single by the age of like 30 or something like that. I don't even know. Like, don't trust me too much. But basically the statistics is that a lot more people right now are single than married, you know, compared to like years ago or decades ago. And it's going to continue to be like that. Everybody's like, oh my god, this is fucking terrible. Think about this. How many toxic relationships were there in like just all throughout fucking history? Marriage was like almost like forceful. Like you had to be married or otherwise you were like the single like one and you were like the, let's say, the embarrassment of the family and whatever, and you just got married like just to get married, you know what I mean? And how many people were like in really toxic relationships but they couldn't get out of it? Because I think like it used to be, I don't know, at least where I'm from, relationships, the way marriage would work is if you want a divorce, like both people have to be okay with it, you know what I mean? Like both people have to agree. If like only one person wants to divorce, like you're not getting divorced, baby. You're fucked up until the other person doesn't want to be married anymore either. So I mean, relationships weren't fucking ideal and perfect like back in the day. Like they were probably very shitty and abusive, and like husbands like hitting wives or just like wives yelling at husbands all the fucking time. Like people were not that happy, you know what I mean? It's just that is what happened and it was what everybody was used to, and maybe marriage was not that cool. And like how many people make jokes about like how fucking terrible marriage is, but then people are like, oh my god, like people are not like married anymore, this is terrible for society. Maybe people are happier when they're single. Maybe people like decide to be single because I don't know, they've been in toxic relationships and they don't want to be there anymore, and that's totally okay. Like being alone doesn't necessarily mean being lonely. Like maybe if less people are in relationships, it's because they don't want to be in relationships. Oh shit, what? Oh, this is like the parkour thingy. Now we're gonna do parkour. Yes, baby, we're gonna do parkour. So yeah, this feeling of loneliness, I mean, it's not just one thing. It's many things. It's social media. It's the fact that, I mean, people used to be in relationships all the time, but they were toxic relationships. I mean, I'm pretty sure like, I mean, these days, like divorce exists and everybody can get a divorce, and like a lot of marriages, I don't even know the statistic, but a lot of freaking marriages end up in divorce. A lot of them. Why? Because they didn't freaking work. I mean, the thing is like we kind of like forget that we are all people and nobody's like destined to be with anybody, let's say. Like nobody, you know, it's not like nobody organized like, okay, there's one person for everybody and it should be like this. No, I mean, sometimes you marry the wrong person. Sometimes you make mistakes and stuff, and you may think that, well, let's say a romantic relationship is what you needed, but maybe you needed therapy. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of people sometimes like want to fill the like void. What the fuck did I do? What did I do wrong? A lot of people want to fill like a void that they have, if that makes sense, by just being in a relationship. Like the problems that you have, like the loneliness that you feel just by getting in a relationship, I don't think you're gonna fill that void. I've never been in a relationship, but I think the problems that you have before being in a relationship are not gonna go away once you're in a relationship, unless like, I don't know, the person you're dating is like a charity worker and they decide to like solve all of your problems and then magically it's gonna be all over. You know, my camera stopped recording. Anyway, it's like these girls that, you know, have a mental breakdown and then start dyeing their hair or some shit. Like, they either dye their hair or they get bangs or whatever it is. And I'm not trying to shit on them. Like, I'm not talking shit about them. Like, I think I would like to do it. Like, there was many times in college where I was like, I want to dye my hair. I want to, I don't know, permanently straighten it or whatever, you know? Like, it feels really good in the moment. But, you know what I mean? Like, whatever problem you have, like, changing your appearance, getting a boyfriend or a girlfriend or whatever is not going to solve the problem. Like, you have to solve your problem from the core, and then you can do whatever you want, you know? Maybe it can give you, like, yeah, of course, dye your hair, do whatever the fuck you want, get a boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever. But don't think that all of your problems are going to be solved by getting a boyfriend or girlfriend. Like, your friends are not going to think you're any cooler. You're still the same person. It's just that you're just not single anymore. Okay, I don't know why did I fall? Oh, I can't touch the fork. Fuck. I think another reason why people tend to be single now is because now people are in this era where, yeah, I'm using the word era. Everybody's using it. I don't care. Everybody's in this era where people are somehow like choosing, if that makes sense. They're just not like dating anybody that like, I don't know, walks around them first, you know? Like people actually have standards now. You know what I mean? Like people look for stuff in a partner, and if their partner doesn't have that stuff, they're not gonna date them, you know? No. You know what I mean? Like, if people have higher standards, is because, like, okay, I have standards. I don't want somebody who, like, talks to me like shit. I don't want somebody who, let's say, punches me. I don't want somebody who, I mean, like, this is really basic shit, but you know what I mean? Like, I want somebody who has their shit together. You know what I mean? I want somebody who's mature. I want somebody who doesn't have, like, let's say, psychological problems and then inflicts those problems or that pain onto me as well. You know what I mean? Or I think this person's a little bit sus. Maybe they're a psychopath or whatever. I don't want to date them just to date anybody. Or I feel like, or I just have a gut feeling that this is going to be a bad relationship for me. And, or I don't know, or I see that this person is constantly, like, talking to other girls and stuff like that. So that's a red flag, you know? And I don't want a guy that's going to be constantly flirting with other girls, because just because he's dating me doesn't mean he's going to stop doing it. Let's be realistic, you know? And, like, oh my God. Well, anyway, the thing is, higher standards also play a role. So, okay, I think I'm not going to be this level. I'm going to be honest. And basically, that's all I wanted to talk about. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope you guys, I don't know, found it interesting. I hope it helped somebody out, if that makes sense. And, yeah, because I feel like a lot of fucking old men, and I don't want to be, like, one of those people that say, like, oh, it's old men, it's whatever it is. No. But, like, honestly, only men have been making videos about why so many young men feel lonely. And you know what? I wanted to give my take on it, or give my opinion on it, and I hope that this helps somebody out there. And no, it's not the downfall of society, it's just the change, and I think we have to act on these things instead of, like, victimizing ourselves, and we have to look for problems within ourselves to then fix them, and then being in a relationship, having standards when it comes to other people, and just being okay with ourselves, and that way we're going to be okay in a relationship. We're not going to be a burden for somebody else, and we're not going to be a burden for ourselves, and we're going to make sure that other people are not a burden for us, you know? So, yeah, that was the end of my presentation, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.